Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Valcrest News Show. Next to me, we got Simply.
Oh, sorry, I'm eating right now.
Oh, Lord. All right, yeah, so we're pretty much this video is going to be straightforward. It's going to be straight to the point. It's not going to be too long. We're pretty much going to tell you what's going on and then tell you what the plans are for Origins Day. As you all know, recently we've had quite a bit of interruptions to gameplay due to technical issues. So we're going to give you some insight on that. We're going to talk about our plans for this weekend, and we're going to talk about our plans for next weekend and how we're going to celebrate Origins Day and what we're going to do going forward with the month. So, all right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into all this. So first, what's going on lately with the technical issues? So as you guys know, last week we transferred. Basically, what we did is we upgraded our SSDs. The server storage. So you know what an SSD is basically a faster form of a hard drive. It's a fancy hard drive that we use on our server to store all of the server's files. Now, we were running out of space. We were almost completely full, and so we decided to upgrade to get more space. And that's what happened. And as you guys all know, when we when we upgraded the SSDs, we were expecting to only be down for a day, and that's what we were planning around. Unfortunately, however, one day turned into, I think it ended up being like 2.5 days, right? Those setbacks like that really pull us off schedule. You know, every single day, I know it's hard to tell because a lot of this stuff happens behind the scenes and you guys don't see it directly. But every single day, we actually do a lot of stuff in staff. We have very full schedules. And when we fall behind even just one day, it is a tremendous setback. That means that we may, in some cases, need a whole nother week in order to prepare for an event. It really is that crucial that we don't have those kind of technical errors. So, anyway, unfortunate as it was, we had to delay it. And of course, as you guys know, there was a bunch of shenanigans this recent week as well between the fact that we had a corrupted world file that we had to fix. And that corrupted world file, so you guys know, that was most likely the result of all the transferring of the world file that we had to do in the process of switching SSDs, right? But anyway, you know, this recent week we had to fix that issue. Obviously, that was a huge priority. We couldn't restart the server without everyone's builds getting rolled back. It was therefore void to build anything in the first place. And so we had to take care of that. And on top of that, as some of you guys know, we had some rule breaking shenanigans that also kind of got in the way of things. So, anyway, now that all that's taken care of, going into this next week, we are very confident that, I mean, really, the list of issues is pretty narrow at this point. We've got plenty of space on the hard drive. We've actually fixed the lag for the most part. The Dynmap's currently re-rendering, which is causing a little bit of lag, but it's so minuscule at this point that we're confident we'll have it all ready and fixed up. Um, we've got most of the Origins Day event prepared. However, what we're going to do is this. We're going to spend the weekend. We're going to spend the weekend fixing all the damage done by the corrupted file and getting everything settled in those terms. And we're going to spend the rest of the week getting ready for the Origins Day event, preparing all the new features, such as Movecraft, and getting ready for that. So that's pretty much what's going on, guys. To summarize an otherwise long thing, uh, pretty much we've had tech issues the last 2 weeks in a row. We've had very unexpected tech issues, and they have just been getting in the way. But Origins Day is still coming. The game plan for that is we're going to be doing that next weekend, Saturday, June 4th. The schedule of those events is exactly the same as it was otherwise. Now, simply, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we have planned for Origins Day?
You guys are in for such a treat. We're really gonna throw you the best event possible. We have a lot of stuff planned for next Saturday. And trust me on this, You do not want to miss it. I mean, this is one of those events that is going to be remembered forever in our history. So, and like the theme of this event is Origins Day, as you've already heard before, probably from forum posts and stuff like that. And we're really tying into history of how Tio found the first server through that server's history to Valcrest, and then through the history that we've made in Valcrest so far. So you can really look forward to us throwing you a killer event next weekend.
Yeah, and what that's going to look like is this. So you're probably wondering at this point, okay, so we're going to learn about the history of the server. Like, is this going to be one big history lesson, or is this going to be a fun event, right? Because obviously no one likes a history lesson, but people do like lore, and that's what this is going to be about. Is it's going to be about establishing the lore of the server, and here I'll get further into that in a minute. But what this is all going to look like is we're going to start off the day with the 3v3 tournament. And what that's going to be is we've actually got a map prepared inside of Origins Stadium. And basically, there's going to be 4 teams of 3, possibly more, depending on how many people show up. But we're going to try to get 4 teams of 3. And each team is going to have a variety of gear that they can sort out amongst each other. And they're going to have just 5 minutes to decide who gets what. Then all 4 of these teams is going to go to battle, and it's just going to be one big free-for-all, right? And the team that's left standing at the end will win that round. And we're going to do 3 rounds overall. Once all 3 rounds are done, let's say that your team gets first place, well, then you're going to get 4 points. Second place, you're going to get 3 points. Third place, you get 2 points. And if you get last place, then you only get 1 point. The team with the most points after 3 rounds wins, and each team member is going to get 10 grand plus their own unique trophy block for the event. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind trophy block that you can't get from anything else. And each other team will also get their own trophy, and it'll be like a participation trophy, so it won't be as cool as the winner's trophy. But everyone who participates will at least get a lore trophy saying that they participated in the event, but only the winning team is going to get the big money, which again is going to be 10 grand per citizen. So definitely a pretty cool event there, and that will count toward those of you who are working on your PvP ranks. That'll help work toward that as well. So it'll basically count as a 1v1 tournament. So anyway,
Woo!
what was that?
I said woot woot.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you had a question. So yeah, moving on. Once we're done with that, of course, we're gonna have our 1v1 tournament. Now, this is not going to be your typical 1v1 tournament. This is going to be a heavily promoted 1v1 tournament in a historical map. That map's going to be a surprise, but this is going to be a map that we only fight at once, okay? And this is going to be an event. So basically, most 1v1 tournaments, you get your typical 10 grand for winning plus a lore titled trophy, right? Well, this one you're still going to get more money. It's going to be 25 grand as opposed to 10. But you're also going to get a God Sword, which is going to have a lore enchant as well, and a trophy on top of that. And this trophy will say that you won this specific event, which is, this is going to be a prestigious 1v1. So this is not going to be your typical 1v1 victory. The prizes are going to be upped on all levels, especially for the winner. So get your PvP on this week. The PvP is going to be real. Now, once that's done, we're going to do our town tournament final battle. Once the town tournament final battle's done, and this is going to also be done in Origin Stadium, which is a map that's brand new to everyone. I think you guys are going to like it. And anyway, once that is done, at that point we're going to move on to something that we've never done before, at least here in Valcrest, which is our second annual Origins Day theater play. Now, some of the people that came over from Ionia may be familiar with this play. They may have seen the first one, but we're going to do the second one. And let me tell you what, this is a funny play. It's very entertaining to watch. We do it very well, and it tells the story of how our server came to be in a way that is, well, you'll see. But I think you guys will like it. And finally, once that's done, we're going to end the night with a huge party. This party is going to include our town tournament award ceremony. It's going to include a huge, basically, dance and drop party, which will include a variety of brewery beverages. So you guys know the brewery plugin was recently fully updated for 1.9 and is now mostly bug free. As far as I know, there aren't any bugs, and it should be pretty stable. So we're going to be having a ton of fun with that, and it's just going to be a totally fun thing. We're going to do that at the Hall of Fame again. Can't stress enough. There's going to be an awesome drop party, and finally, the grand finale. To top it all off, we've prepared for you guys not one, but three treasure hunts this time. They're going to range in difficulty, and they're all three of them are going to tie into each other. So here's how it's going to work. There's a museum that we've built. All right, this is the Valcrest Museum, and basically your mission in these three treasure hunts. One of them is medium, one of them is hard, and the grand treasure hunt, which basically combines the two and turns it into one thing. I'll get to that in a sec. That one is extreme difficulty, right? All three of them have their own unique rewards, but of course, the extreme difficulty one is the one that's going to have the beefiest reward. And we've never even done an extreme difficulty one before. The first one we did was hard. But this one is going to have a huge, huge, huge. I'm talking the kind of treasure that will make you a rich player in this server. You could go from zero to hero with this treasure alone, right? Now, anyway, these three treasure hunts, all three of them are going to basically take you on a walk through the past to help you understand the server's origins in a way that is fun, entertaining, and feels like an adventure, while at the same time challenging you. And the grand finale is going to end in that museum. It's all going to lead up to that museum where you're going to be challenged to unlock a variety of clues to work your way up to the top of the museum and then solve the final treasure, right? So
You're gonna
anyway,
love the museum.
oh yeah, and there's going to be tons and tons of fun exploring. For those of you who come here from Ionia, so you guys know, this is going to be probably your last chance for a very long time to go into the Ionia map and look at your old builds. So you guys know, we have set it up so that you won't be able to transfer your inventory from the Ionia world to this world. So I know some of you guys are probably thinking, oh man, I need to go get my diamonds from Ionia. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do that because your inventory won't transfer back when you come back from Ionia to Valcrest. But you'll be able to explore the world. You'll be able to look at your old builds and that sort of thing, and you'll even be able to do a treasure hunt there. And what's great is I've designed the clues in the Ionia treasure hunt to make it so that anyone, whether you're a player that's only played at Valcrest or one who played both at Valcrest and Ionia, you will be able to participate in the treasure hunt and probably have the same advantage as someone who played Ionia. Of course, someone who's super familiar with Ionia might have a slight advantage just because they're gonna know the map better, right? And they're gonna know the lore a little bit better. But for the most part, the way I designed the clues, I think it really wouldn't matter whether you played Ionia or not. I think you'll be able to have a equal footing in that treasure hunt. So, and aside from that, the medium treasure hunt, that one is in Valcrest, and that one is the same thing, but it goes through Valcrest history. And both of them lead up to the same museum, which ties the two histories together. So, it's going to be a pretty awesome treasure hunt. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, we're really going all in with that one. So,
I know that I'm gonna learn a lot from the Ionian treasure hunt because I wasn't around for the entire history of Ionia. So it's gonna be a lot of fun for me too.
there's a lot of great stories, I'll tell you that much. So, lots of great stories. All right. Well, do you have
Stories.
anything to add about the Origins Day or anything that's been going on? Just anything in general. Do you have anything to add, Sim?
Well, yes, let's go Origins Day. Woo! Woo!
All
If
right,
you can,
guys.
if you're like watching this, I'm like turning my head around really fast and stuff like that. Makes me lag, so I'm not doing that again. But seriously, guys, it's gonna be a fun event, and I hope everyone's there because it's you just don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it's really gonna be something. Yeah, that's all I have to say. We're really going all in with this one. That's why we keep delaying it. We don't delay it because we couldn't necessarily put it on. We could put it on if we really rushed it, but we're delaying it because we want to execute the best possible event this weekend. We're going to really make it over the top, and we want to blow your guys' minds in terms of what you're expecting. So remember, Saturday, June 4th, be there, make plans for it. It's going to be a great day. We'll see you guys then.
Oh wait! I just remembered something.
All right.
Okay, I love you, Valcrest. All right, peace. Drops mic. Goodbye.
All right. See ya.